y'all seen 8 Mile, the movie?
Of course.
Do you remember the scene when B. Rabbit started talking about Clarence and he called out all of his flaws and deficiencies and he left him with nothing to say because he had already addressed everything?
And he used it as a beautiful strategy against, obviously against Anthony Mackie, my brother. Absolutely.
That's what Stephen A. just did to me with the Cowboys. And I'm, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually distraught about it because, listen, I still think Philly has a really good opportunity to win this game. I don't feel good saying that. Nothing feels good about me saying that the Cowboys are not what I want them to be or expect them to be. And I'm gonna keep a mellow tone because this is sad. It feels very sad. And I know that you like to throw those clips of Cowboy fans being hurt. Well, throw the damn clip up there of me next time y'all put the montage together.
When you start crying, I'll throw it up there with you too.
Well,
you ain't crying yet.
At this point, I might as well be, okay? Because I don't. For me not to feel uber confident that the Philadelphia Eagles lost their starting quarterback, and I still don't know if Dallas is going to win the game with their quarterback that's making $40 million a year, to me, that's a problem. Okay? And based on all of the things that you just said, see, Stephen A., this is what bothers me about the Cowboys. Because, I tell you all the time, I'm objective and I'm usually more honest. You can get Mike in there to come in, you can get Irv to come in there and say some outlandish things. But I still want you to know it hurts. It hurts when you do these things. It really does, man. Because I got to go back to Dallas. I live in Dallas, all right, for the American public that don't know. I live in Dallas. And the fans get mad at me because I tell the truth most of the time about the Dallas Cowboys when I'm not super emotional. So that's what I'm trying to avoid right now. I'm trying to avoid being super emotional. But I'll tell you, man, I feel so defeated right now based on what you just said because I have nothing to say. And I get paid to give an analysis. I get paid to talk about the Dallas Cowboys, and I love to talk about them in a great light and a great vein. Stephen A., I can't do it.
Your honesty and your vulnerability, Marcus.
I just can't do it because
that's what they've done to him.
It is absolutely what they've done to me. And look, I'll tell you this, Molly. I'll tell you this. Last week I was on this show, and I was telling Stephen A., if the Dallas Cowboys go to the Super Bowl, I have something for him that he would not imagine, okay? Yeah. I don't even know what it is, but it'll be a damn Hollywood production. That's the level I would go to. I'll damn near be broke putting together a production to get after him about the Cowboys. There is nothing that they're doing that tells me I'm going to be able to put that production together.
Exactly. And what's the most concerning part to you, Marcus?
Molly, it's
what aspect?
The turnovers are a huge problem. And I'm not going to put them all on Dak Prescott because all of them are not on Dak Prescott. But it's still 10 turnovers in the weeks that we've watched. I look opposite of Trayvon Diggs, what Stephen A. brought up, which is why he's the B Rabbit in this scenario. They absolutely destroyed the cornerback away from Trayvon Diggs. Now, I don't think Anthony Brown was a world beater, but I thought Anthony Brown played well enough in order for teams to at least have to think about it, even though they were going to go over there anyway and stay away from number 7. I see Dak Prescott getting pressured a tremendous amount. But more importantly, Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. After that fumble against the Jaguars last week, you know what the San Francisco 49ers would have did? They would have ended the game. You know what Philly would have did? They would end the game. I would even venture to say that the Minnesota Vikings would have ended the game. Now, Stephen A., I know that they struggle, obviously, defensively, but I think offensively in that moment with Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins and Adam Thielen and Hockenson and Dalvin Cook in the backfield, I really believe that if Trevor Lawrence would have fumbled with that time left on the clock, the Minnesota Vikings would not have given the ball back to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's how I feel. I could be absolutely wrong. But guess who did? The damn Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Like, and we can blame the defense. So
basically, what you're saying is, when I say what can go wrong, will go wrong. Mess with you. And by the way, Molly, you want me? Can I do a little B Rabbit imitation? Put Marcus up. Put Marcus up. Let me see if this works. Are you afraid what he's gonna say? That's what it is. I'm just trying to say. Are you afraid what he's going to say?
Bro,
I mean, that's what it is. You know,
bro,
Michelle,
I'm hopeful.
I'm
Mikel hopeful,
Pfeiffer
man.
and them brother telling him to shut the hell up. I said, Mikel.
I'm hopeful.
Mikel Pfeiffer.
I'm in a.
That's what it is.
I'm in a dark place, Molly. I'm in a dark place.
No.
When it comes to my Cowboys.
No. We're going to get you out of that. We're going to get you out of that. But I need to discuss them a little more because I've got some fresh sound from Big Jerry.
You know, so
you can say it, then let me go.
Let me say this real quick.
What?
One of my good friends is Mike Epps.
Okay.
Mike Epps, fabulous actor.
I love
Mike
Mike
basketball. You know,
we
let's
know
go
who Mike Epps is.
Mike Epps is a special brother.
Big
He's gonna come on the
Cowboy
show.
fan.
He's gonna come on the show.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, he hides when the Cowboys lose.
Okay.
He FaceTimes me when they win. This is
Think
what he
people
does.
just hide
He's
from you,
very
but keep
similar
going.
to Swagu. And he sat up there and he texted me after that. He said, man, I can't even say anything right now. He was getting ready to celebrate and enjoy his time with his daughter and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, he is compromised because of what he saw from the Cowboys. He's like, they just finding ways to mess this up. He said, Stephen A., I can't even say anything to you. Now, this is a guy, see, this is the problem. What's up, man?
Let me tell you what I was gonna do. Because I don't believe I'm gonna be able to do it. But let me tell you what I was going to do. Okay.
That's right.
When I brought up the Hollywood production, I was gonna ask Jamie Foxx for a favor because I damn sure can't pay him what they pay him to be in any type of production.
You wouldn't have to.
I was going to ask him for a favor, and we were going to put together something that was going to be epic. I don't know what it was going to be. And I'm so sad that I don't think this is going to be able to happen.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.